Good morning, everybody. It's January 7, just after 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Let me see if I can show you this. I don't know if you can see this or not. I showed you guys this last year over there on another different part of the property. Look at this field of it, kind of dirty. So I think what I was told last year is that's evaporation. The water evaporating from the ground as it's coming up, it freezes. Pretty cool looking. So the reason why I'm out here after 1 o'clock and I haven't recorded for a couple days is because Valentina and I came out, I think 2 days ago, Sunday, and we were going to do some more work, and the floor in the bathroom was still wet from the paint that we painted to seal the floor. And then we were doing a couple of other odds and end things. And then yesterday was a weather situation here that they were expecting some damage and whatnot. We were having wind gusts of over 60 miles an hour. And after we just got through doing Helene a few months ago, it's scary. So the kids, they all went downstairs. And my daughter's cottage down there, so they were underneath our cottage. And Valia and I went and got a hotel room and stayed the night so that we can just rest and not worry about our cars getting smashed by trees and all that stuff. So turns out where we live ended up being okay. I checked out the weather and some outages and stuff. There were power outages around the area, but nothing catastrophic. But it was some pretty strong wind gusts. It was windy all night, and we were a bit scared about it. And now we also have weather coming this weekend that the forecast has been quite wishy-washy, anywhere from it's going to be almost dry to barely any rain to snow or to sleet or to be in an ice storm. The weather people can't tell us. So I was going to reserve another hotel for this coming weekend, but we're going to hold off. I mean, it gets expensive getting hotels, but I tell you, when you're living in that weather and you got a lot of big trees around you, it's just scary. So better just to not be around it. Anyway, we're going to hold off on that. I'm out here at the property, obviously, and it's a little after 1 o'clock. It's still only 39 degrees. It feels warmer than 39 degrees did a few days ago. Because up at our place where we're living, there's been lots of wind, and it's been 20, like this morning when I left the hotel room was 27 degrees, but a wind chill factor that brought it down to feeling like 9 or 7. So this feels like not bad. So I came and I turned the power on here. I turned the heater on in the house to try to warm it up. And I'm just going to be down here for a couple of hours just to see if I can get something done, because now it's been 2 days and we haven't got anything done. The sooner we get in this house, the better and safer we're going to feel, because the weather's a little bit less crazy down here than where we live, and we live in the forest basically, and one of the higher elevations in the area. So colder, more weather, and lots of trees to fall on you. Our trees are all around the edges. We can park our cars out here. We made sure there's no trees to fall on the houses. Power can go out, whatever, but when we're in the house, we have a wood stove. We have a generator, so a lot less scary down here than up there. So I got to keep pushing and trying to do something even in this cold weather. So I'm going to go and work on seeing if I can mix some concrete and do a little bit more of that backing for the wood stove. But this is ice. I think I have some water inside the house, so it shouldn't be frozen. And we'll just do what we can do and get something done here in the next few hours. All right, let's get to work. So I haven't poured this since I think it was Saturday, and this is Tuesday. So I'm taking this thing off and let's see what it looks like behind there. Alright, not bad. Nothing's cracked. Well, there's a little bit right here. That's a little bit concerning to me, but that might not even be cracked. That might just be this layering over this, but it looks a little bit like crack. We're going to find out how well it does, because I'm going to mix some more and pile it up higher. We were getting really low on this crack resistant concrete, which I've been mixing in so that we don't have cracks. Crack resistant. And sitting in the same spot, I don't know how I missed it. I thought I got more bags of it. I thought it was red. That's kind of more of an orangish bag, but I think they sit really close together. And they're both 50 pounders. I ended up getting fast setting concrete instead of the crack resistant. So I'd already mixed some of that, and then I started pouring some of this, and I said, wait a second, this ain't the same thing. So I'd already started to make a batch, and I put some more Portland cement in there. There's some extra strength mixed in it. So probably today, if I can, I'll go to Home Depot and get another couple bags of crack resistant, and on this fast setting, I'll just have it replace this high strength when I run out of that. We still have this whole distance, so. And that's the other thing now, it's going to start getting harder for me to put it in here. After today, it's going to get much more difficult because I'm going to have to climb up a ladder. I might have to climb up a ladder today to put stuff in. And then we discussed to be able to go all the way to the ceiling. I'll probably just take out this insulation, and I can reattach it later so that I can get above that and drop it in. And if we can't get it all the way, then we can put some kind of a molding or something right there at the top. Alright, let me get back to work here. Alright, I made a little bit bigger batch this time than last time, at least I felt like I did. And what my process is taking this hammer, like you guys have seen, and just keep working my way back and forth, pounding that where it's all fall. But I leave myself a couple of scoops of concrete left, so if one side seems to end up being a lot higher than the other, I can at least sort of even it out. And that's what it seemed to be to me. Looking down behind that, it's a lot higher on this side than this side. So I'm going to put the rest of this over on this side. Yeah, I don't know how that happens. It's quite a bit higher on this other side here. It's higher because I put more there and not because I didn't hit it with the hammer enough. I mean, I've been tapping on it a while, so we're getting it closer. I think it's still going to be a little bit lopsided, but not quite as bad. Alright, we'll let that sit for another couple days. Okay guys, I've switched over to doing the Backerboard on the floor in the bathroom here. Made a little bit of a mess dust-wise. I just want to make sure I don't have any little particles underneath. What I'm doing here is putting these screws into the studs underneath. Putting about probably 8 to 10 inches apart. I feel like it's a little less important here on the floor. How battened down the hatches are. putting a few less that aren't in the studs. I'm going to put a couple here on the seam. I want that tied together nicely. Seam together over here a little bit better. So what I got left is right through here in that section there. So I just measure them, and I've been cutting them on the tile saw the best that I can do. The big pieces were a pain. Little one was a little bit easier. This one I'd already done before, so. Alright, let's keep on going. Alright, I just wanted to come clean about something. I'm being lazy. I'm not measuring anything. I'm just kind of laying stuff down and marking it. It's not coming out very pretty, but it's Backerboard, so I don't care so much. So that's what it's coming out. I'm being a little bit on the lazy side, as I say. You may find yourself doing the same thing. I don't really have a right to. I haven't done that much. It's not a big job, but something that I kind of messed up on, but I'll fix it a little bit later. I don't know. You see how this kind of comes and it's way off. There's a reason for that. I took this and cut it right to length. And this is where we were seeing the edge of the tile will go, because the door kind of ends right there. So I put that there, and as you can see, just this little sliver right here needs to be cut off. So either I'll use my oscillating tool, which would probably be the easiest thing, or the hard thing. I'm not really happy with this tool. It looks really impressive, but maybe it's kind of more designed for 1/4 inch stuff, but on 1/2 inch stuff, it's not very easy to use, let's just say. And maybe I did, because I'm a beginner, I don't know what I'm doing. In the beginning, it seemed I was really happy with it, but then when I was doing these big long cuts, it wasn't working. I didn't like it, so I stopped using it and I started using other blades. Maybe ruining them, I don't know. But it was faster than that thing. As you can see, it gets down a little bit, but that's about it. Went and got my oscillating tool, and hopefully this will do the trick. Alright guys, I guess I'm going to finish up here because I had some caulking, and it's like kind of all-purpose caulking, and I wanted to fill in these lines a little bit. And I don't know if it's necessary or not, but I just wanted to fill in a little bit. And I can't find it. I used up one tube, and I know I have another tube somewhere. Looked in the shed, looked in here, could have swore it was in here somewhere. And then I planned on doing that, let it dry, and then I would tape it. And I was going to take that same caulking and go ahead and go out and do the trim on the outside of this door, because I have that wood over there ready, painted, and ready to go out. But I can't find that caulking. So, I think what I'm going to do is put some stuff away. And I have, from this project, I have one piece of 1/4 inch Backerboard and one of the 1/2 inch left over, full piece. I've got 2 bags of grout here that are left over. I think I have one more over there. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take that stuff back. But I need to go buy a couple bags of crack resistant to keep going here. Been running the heater. I had it at 63, I think, and it's been able to bring up the house, or at least in this area, up to 62. That's impressive. We left it running all night the other night to see if we could come to a house that was warm so we could get to working early. But it was at 46, even though we had set it at 63. So it was not able to keep up. But as long as it's not raining and not wet outside, we can leave this plugged in to at least knock off the edge, so when we show up in the morning, it's not freezing in here, because it's sub-freezing temperatures now for as long as you can see, like in the mornings and at night. So it'd be nice to keep the edge knocked off. All right, got to tell you about a little discovery that Valia made. She was out here the other day and working with the grout and stuff on the tile, and I've had this problem, but it just didn't dawn on me. You're getting this stuff all over your hands. So she ran over to Tractor Supply while she was here just to get gloves, and they had 1 box left. I don't know how much it cost or whatever, but it's 6 mil and they're large. I don't really know much about them, but I tried them when I was, because my hands are cracked at night and stuff. I had regular gloves and wasn't working very well because they got completely covered in concrete and my hands were dried out and stuff at the end of the day. So I went after those worked, but those are just large. My hands, I don't have huge hands, but I have decent sized hands. Got these on Amazon, came today. 6 mil, extra large, black as well. Used them today. My hands are fairly clean, not cracking. So those are really good for working with concrete. Would have never thought about it. All right, I put a lot of stuff. Well, I put some stuff away in the shed. Then I got the stuff that I need to return in the back of my truck. And I think it is time to go. Bags of grout, 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch Backerboard. I'm going to get some gas tonight, I think, because I'm getting gas in the truck anyway. And like I said, we got some crazy weather coming up. We don't know what's what. We're going to wait another day or two to see if they change it or if it gets more specific. There's a possibility we'll need the generator and it runs on gas. So, all right. I will see you guys the next time I'm out here.